Oh, look at that one. Oh, oh, what a cutie. Oh, oh my goodness. Oh, look at that little one. Oh, oh, look the mommy and the baby. Oh, oh, look. Oh, I want to hug a polar bear too. Bears aren't always cute and cuddly furry bundles of joy. Danish people are being eaten by polar bears. This July, there have been several reports of polar bear attacks on Danish citizens in Greenland. The headline reads, 3 polar bears attack in Greenland. A polar bear mother with 2 cubs was shot after attacking a group of villagers in Greenland. The Danish headline reads, Shot 3 attacking polar bears. A fisherman had to shoot 3 polar bears yesterday in the village of Atamik near the Sukkertoppen mountain in the southwest of Greenland. This is one of many attacks. Yes, believe it or not, Danish people are being attacked. The Danish people are being mauled. Danish people are being molested and being run out of their lodgings in Greenland. Polar bears can be quite dangerous to Danes in the wilds of Greenland. Danish citizens are getting injured. Even the offspring of these migrant beasts are attacking Danish men, women, and children. Where are the parents? Why do the animals run unsupervised? Danish people have learned that they can be easy prey, readily attacked, mauled, molested, run out of their lodgings in the wilds of Greenland. The Danish people ignore the reality the government has created and choose not to recognize that it is no longer necessary to leave Denmark to be attacked, molested, assaulted, and chased out of their own homes because they're easy prey, or simply because they're not Muslim. Greenlanders stoned out of Gellerup. Danish citizens of Greenland descent have over the years been viciously attacked simply because they were not Muslim. Muslim immigrants who have been allowed to run wild in the streets of Aarhus in the community of Gellerup have been waging war on the timid residents of the former Greenlander community. Racist attacks against Greenlanders in Gellerup. The Danish minority have been outlawed and stoned off of the streets of Gellerup by Muslim immigrants. How can this have happened? Greenlanders exposed to racism in Gellerup. Aarhus Community Council has had to help a group of Greenlanders flee from Gellerup. This is because they are exposed to incessant humiliation, stone throwing, and other physical attack over the years by Muslim, Arab, and Somali immigrants. Arab and Somali racists chase Greenlanders away from Gellerup. Ethnic cleansing of Greenlanders in Gellerup. It's something that the authorities and the housing association obviously cannot stop. Where are the anti-fascists and autonoma groups as immigrants are launching racist attacks on Danish citizens? Greenlanders harassed out of council estate. A number of Greenlanders are moving out of an Aarhus council estate after verbal and physical threats by teenagers. Greenlanders in the Gellerup housing estate in Aarhus have had to move out of their homes due to attacks from residents. If Muslim families were assaulted and chased out of communities in Europe, United Nations troops would be involved, cars would burn, and there would be riots in the streets. I couldn't take being a target anymore, said Johanna Christensen, one of the Greenlanders who has moved out. It was psychological pressure, but I'm angry that it is we who have to move and not them. They're the ones who attacked us. Aarhus City Council is now in the process of finding a new place for the Greenlanders to live. The Greenlanders have typically heard shouts such as, "Fuck off home to Greenland, this is our Gellerup," from their assailants. While the Public Housing Authority has condemned the attack, it stated it could not do anything to stop them. Unregulated mass immigration, an unwanted overflow of refugees, not only until it hurts, but even afterwards. When is this gonna stop? Nu får det vara nog. We can't accept this kind of thing, but there's nothing we can do, said Torben Overgaard, head of the authority. In order to enforce the housing regulations, we have to have evidence and the names of the assailants, and we don't in these cases. Overgaard said the problem's root is obvious. When Greenlanders, who drink a lot, live somewhere where the residents are primarily Muslims who don't drink alcohol, then conflicts arise.
No!
Conflicts arise? Muslim immigrants are attacking and chasing whole families out of communities, and not only do they call it a conflict, but they blame the residents because they drink alcohol and do not follow Sharia law. Why is it never the immigrant's fault or the fault of all the refugees? We don't need conspiracy theories or phobias to realize that there's a problem that's being ignored and that it's getting worse. Look out your window. The fire department and rescue services in Malmö refuse to respond to fires and emergencies unless they're escorted by armed police. The police don't have it any easier, as they are the targets of the same kinds of attacks as the non-Muslims in the Gellerup community of Denmark. Rocks and murder threats against firemen and police officers. Recently, a German firefighter was killed by one of these lawless groups that are allowed to immigrate and refuse to integrate. Tensta and Rinkeby in Stockholm and Bergsjön in Gothenburg, some say at times are just as bad as the no-go zones in Malmö. It is time to say enough is enough.